Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today I'm here with my friend Robert Witham.
Hello.
And we are going to do something a little unusual. I'm starting to get noticed by different manufacturers. They want to send me things to test, and which is great, but I usually don't have time or inclination. And a lot of people out there think, well, if people are sending you this stuff, you can't be honest, you can't tell the truth. So what I almost always try and do is pass them along to someone else who has, no valid reason to give you a to lie to you, which is what a lot of you think. Well, if it's free, you're going to lie. Well, okay. So I don't do it myself, and then I think, Robert, you'll tell us the truth.
Yeah, I'll tell the truth.
Okay. Well, we promise. No cross our heart and hope to die. We promise. Okay, so this product is a Legacy Foods. It is they call themselves Legacy Premium. It's dehydrated, freeze-dried, I'm not exactly sure which. And I wanted to test them out, and Robert is something of a food buff. You like to cook?
Yeah, I'm kind of a hobby cook, and so this will be fun to try it out and see how it stacks up to what I normally do. And
right, so you would cook some of these meals yourself, and you know what they're supposed to taste like.
Right, right.
Say, I don't even know what they're supposed to taste like. I'm just fast food, and give me something quick and easy, ultimate bachelor food eater. And so you really are, this really would be better for you. And you've agreed to test the foods.
Yes, yeah, we'll give it a try and see how they go.
Right, so this is the unboxing. They sent me this box. I'm not even sure what's in there. I'm assuming it's a sampler pack. Why don't we go ahead and open it up and see what we got to deal with?
Okay.
You want to do that for us?
All right.
I don't want you even out there to write in and say, oh, you're just, this is just, you're just getting rich off us. Yeah, I'm getting rich off you. Legacy claims to, it's a Mormon outfit, I'm sure. I know it's out of Salt Lake City, so I'm assuming it's a Mormon outfit. And
they sent you a letter.
They sent me an actual letter. I've included some great information here about our products, so you can learn what makes Legacy different. They believe they're claiming to set themselves apart by being healthier, better quality, better tasting, and this is a sampler pack. They're claiming to be easy store to prepare, no refrigeration. So you might be out there thinking, why would I be interested in this? Well, think about all the problems that this solves. You don't need any refrigeration, and for us, that's a big deal.
Right. Yeah, I don't have refrigeration in here, so.
Right. We're so far from town now. You don't want to drive into town to get more ice.
Right, yeah, it just costs too much money and too much time to do that every other day.
So having food that will not require refrigeration is a big plus.
It'll be real convenient. Yeah, even fresh produce only keeps a couple days usually in the van,
right,
between the heat and cold, and so this will be interesting to try out.
Yeah, and so no refrigeration. It's just boil water, so you're going to save on fuel.
Right, yeah, that only takes just a few minutes to boil up some water, so.
Whole lot. If you were making Stroganoff, if you were going to prepare your noodles, do the whole thing from the beginning, it would be 20 minutes of burn time on the stove.
At least, yeah. But that's with a couple different burners going, depending on what you're putting in there, and
right.
So yeah, that would be a lot of fuel a lot more fuel than just to boil water.
Right. You boil, 4 cups of water for this, and boy, that's going to be a lot cheaper in fuel.
Yeah.
So, and then speed.
Yeah, it'll be fast and nice too for those times, when I cook outside a lot when the weather's nice, but if the weather's not nice, I don't want to cook anything complicated inside because it's just too hard. But something like that'd be easy to do when quick and easy on a
bad
rainy day like yesterday when.
Oh, we had some bad weather here, and it's been cold and the wind's been blowing and been raining, and we've been stuck inside a lot.
Oh yeah, yep.
And that's the perfect meal. You want a hot, warm meal and just boil water. The big knock on freeze-dried is it's expensive, it's full of salt, it's unhealthy, and yet they claim that they are healthier. It's lower salt. They've eliminated all those problems, and they claim it tastes good. So Robert's job, if he will accept it, Mission Impossible here. We should have Mission Impossible music playing, except it'd be copyrighted. Boy, would that be the end of the world? Copyrighted music. Is to see what you think. Does it taste good?
Yeah. Well,
look at the ingredients list. See, is it reasonably healthy?
All right, we can do that.
And report back to us. Here are what they claim the advantages are to their food. Easy to store and prepare. No refrigeration needed. That is a big deal.
Yes.
Legacy meal ingredients are non-GMO. In other words, they are using real food to make their real food instead of it's non-GMO. It's offering they offer gluten-free meals, which is a pretty big deal for a lot of people. It's probably not for you.
No, but I know for my granddaughter it is, for instance. So it's a challenge finding gluten-free stuff.
I know it is. My friend Carolyn is gluten-free, and her kind of whole life revolves around gluten-free. And it's important. I mean, these people aren't just doing it because there's some cute thing to do. I mean,
oh yeah,
gluten.
She gets sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Lowest cost per pound, and they have I'm going to put up on the screen one of their advertising, and it does seem like it's expensive, but they list out that the price per pound. Let me look at that and what you're seeing. The price per pound is $9.75, but that's not refrigerated, so rehydrated. That's not rehydrated. So when it's rehydrated, it would be quite a bit lower because the water will be free, I would think. And the cost per 2,000 calories. I thought that was a very good method of communications. So it's $13.39 for 2,000 calories. Well, the average person, most of us are burning about 2,000 calories a day. That means it's $13 a day if you only ate their food. And that seems pretty reasonable. Times 10 days, that's $130 for 10 days. Times three, what would that be? $360?
Yeah, that's
$360 a month. No refrigeration. Super fast and easy. If it's healthy, if it tastes good, and you could get the sampler pack and then find the ones you like, and then buy those.
You could spend a lot more of that eating fast food.
Oh yeah,
routinely because you didn't want to cook. So.
Yes, absolutely, and I believe it's going to be healthier than fast food.
It looks like it. So.
Yeah, we'll see, and who knows if it tastes good, but I'm hoping it does. We'll find out. You'll find out. You're kind of the ultimate guinea pig here on this. If you start getting sick or something, we'll know this is not a good food. We'll probably just throw this video away. But, hopefully it's good stuff, and it might be something to consider. But at any rate, for $360 a month per person for 2,000 calories a day, now you wouldn't want to do it all the time. But like you said, for a bad day meal, quick meal.
Yeah, and if you're traveling and you just want to do something quick but not go out to eat.
So good. It seems like it's a viable option for a lot of us. And we're going to find out. That's all we know. Let's see what's in here. Robert, why don't you go ahead and go through there and find out what they've sent us.
It starts off with a Stroganoff.
Okay.
And we have a cheese and broccoli bake.
Those are actually ones I like. I like it. That's one that I would eat. Yeah, so far, there'll all be ones I eat.
Pasta primavera. The old standby of macaroni and cheese. Got to have one of those.
Got to have that.
Oh, we get into breakfast now. We got maple oatmeal with brown sugar.
Sounds good.
Oh, and an old-fashioned pancake mix.
Okay, good. Good.
So, good. A little variety there.
Now that will require some cooking. I mean, you can't just.
Yeah, this one I still have to cook a bit. But,
yeah.
But pancakes are quick. They
are.
It's just the work of making them up.
I have done some survival food research, and I think pancake mix is one of the, if you can get a good one, a whole wheat one with some health benefits. Actually, I've looked into doing a little bit of preparation, survival as preparation, and if you can get a good whole wheat pancake mix, that's one of the best foods. It's just takes you add water, you on the griddle for minutes.
Yeah.
You can eat it right then. You can put it in a baggie and take it and carry it and eat it on the trail.
Right, yeah.
Actually, I've always thought pancakes was one of the better emergency foods. So they sent us a catalog, and we'll look through it, and we'll just report back and tell you what we thought, if this stuff was a viable option, how much it would work out to be per serving, who knows. I'm not exactly sure. So the bottom line is this an option? And we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll give it a try and find out.
So I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. We'll find out, and we'll see. So folks, welcome back to this video. We're still talking about Legacy Foods, and this company sent me these products to test, and I gave them to Robert to test. And so Robert, it's been a few months now. What do you think about Legacy Foods in particular, but the whole survivalist type foods in a van, for a van dweller? Are they a good thing, bad thing, pluses, minuses?
Well, these foods were all edible.
That's good.
And really, they're pretty easy to prepare. The pancakes, you just add water, stir it up, and put it in a skillet. So the pasta ones, or you just add some water and cook it for about 12 minutes usually, and it's done. There's some variety that way. So they're really easy. I think if you're just comparing price-wise to going to the store and buying Lipton noodles or pancake mix, that way is going to be more expensive. But these products are shelf-stable for many years.
Decades, usually.
So decades. I think it was decades. So I think to my mind, the real benefit of these would be if you want to keep like a little emergency stash put away. I'm going to think about it once in a while. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I think about it once in a while. If I'm out in the back country, miles from anywhere with no phone service, and the van doesn't start, or a road gets washed out. I've seen that come close to happening a few times. What are you going to eat? Or so as long as you have water this way, you can just put these away for years and forget about them. And then if you ever do need them, you got some easy to prepare food. As long as you have some cooking fuel or a fire you can cook on, and some water, you're going to be able to at least have some meals and a little bit of variety of meals.
So what did you think of the taste?
Taste was good. They're all edible. They're kind of on a par in my experience with most other package or envelope type things like Lipton noodles, or kind of on a par with that. I would sometimes I'd always try them plain to start with, and then because I'm kind of a hobby cook anyways, I would often spice them up or dress them up and mix some things in. But it gave you an easy, simple base to start with, even if you did want to dress it up with some extra spices or throw some meat in or whatever.
So there weren't any you thought, oh, I wouldn't eat this?
No, I ate all of them, all of them, and even served some to a friend a few times, and they were, they went down just fine. So
good, and you did doctor them up, and so that made them even all the better.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they're edible. They're just a little bit bland, like most, in my experience, most of those things are a little bland when you out of the package. But yeah, you throw in a little seasoning or throw some meat in or whatever you got, and just pop a little more. But it was very simple to do that. Then you just dump it in the pot, cook it for a few minutes, and then throw in a little seasoning or whatever, make it a little suit to taste.
Right. Or even if you carried some canned beef, some canned chicken, or canned tuna.
Yeah, yep.
You could throw that in any one of them.
Yeah,
easily.
I think I did use canned chicken on one of them, and just like a super simple, just
right.
12 minutes and dump some tuna in or chicken in with it, and you got a little more full meal that way.
Right. And for some people, it's the hassle factor. I mean, you get a pretty good meal for really easy. I mean, just boil water. Basically, that's it. You're boiling water.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's very simple. And then, the directions are right on it and you can, the ones we had were bigger packages. You could do the whole package or do a half or a quarter. You just had to kind of guess a little bit where that was at. But you're only talking water, so the worst is a little drier, a little runny. You can adjust for that pretty easy. So
right. So the cooking was easy and reasonably tasty. So basically, that's about all there is to it. So you would definitely recommend them to keep some on hand for an emergency.
Right. I think that's an ideal case for them, and it's decent food for an emergency. Also, sometimes people just keep rice and beans for an emergency, but they don't even eat that stuff normally, so it would be like
right,
real unpleasant. So this way you could at least have kind of like more like your normal diet if you were in a pinch and needed to tap into that. So
right. And that is one of the things that all preppers and survivalists will tell you, that only store what you will eat, because you don't want to eat something that doesn't taste good, and these all taste reasonably good.
Right. Yeah.
And so, if you have to say, well, I'm just out of food, or more likely for a lot of us, I'm out of money for another week until
right, that would be another good case for them.
Right. I'm out of money for another week till my check comes in. Here's food on hand.
Kind of a little food bank for
right,
a financial emergency too.
Right. So there are several reasons why they would be a real big plus for a lot of us. So there you have it. I hope you've got something out of this, and I think basically we're recommending them.
Right. Yes.
For that, that limited use, they really are good to have on hand. Well, Robert, thanks so much for testing those out for us. I know it was a sacrifice.
It was fun testing them out.
Tasting new foods and new things is always kind of a treat. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you later.